Racing Podcast. Tonight is episode 36. Tonight, our guest is going to be Anna Banks and her husband, Nick.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the show, Anna. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, not a problem. We're big fans.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. Not much.
I noticed Dave's got his shirt on there.
Yep, I got my Charlotte shirt on. It's one of my new favorites. I love it.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
I cannot wait until this Saturday. Those shirts came in, on Monday? They are stellar.
Awesome.
Love them. That Mark Martin Page scheme.
Yeah.
But before we get the show started, Rob, I know there's a little bit of home housekeeping that we need to do. Obviously, Bobby's not here. If you want to tell everybody why, please feel more than free.
Yeah, first off, I want to apologize. For some reason, YouTube started playing over top of the podcast, live podcast, because I'm in charge tonight and don't know what I'm doing. So I apologize for that. But yeah, on a serious note, Bobby's not here tonight because last week his dad, Robert Peters, had a medical incident where he was critically ill, life flighted to the hospital, and has been on life support since I think it was last Thursday. He had a emergency procedure today, and he's still heavily sedated and on life support. So on behalf of all of us here at the Area 51 Racing Podcast, and then obviously Anna and Nick, you both know Bobby as well. On behalf of all of us, we want to dedicate the show to his dad, Robert Peters, and then also pass on prayers and peace and comfort to Bobby and his family during these trying times. I hope things turn out well for his dad, and the doctors are able to help out his dad become more stable and recover, and they can get him back to where he's able to be out of the hospital and be home. So on that note, again, we welcome Anna Banks from Anna Moore Designs and her husband, Nick. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Pretty
How are
good.
you?
We're doing good.
Good.
I was gonna say on that very dark note, when you do order something from Anna, you get way more than your fair share of fulfillment and happiness just through random stickers that end up getting stuck absolutely everywhere. I don't think I've ever had "Be Kind" around my computer at my work enough. Be kind. Mother Earth is your friend. Rainbows and smiley faces, and so, wow, a bunch of positivity headed this way. And she
Good.
does.
I think Bobby's dad could have used some of that too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. So Anna, I guess tell us about yourself and your business, Anna Moore Designs, and how long it's been in operation.
Yeah, so I started this small business in my house in 2020, towards 21. I was dealing with several back surgeries, so I kind of had to get creative on a way to make ends meet, to contribute, do something fun, make a difference, hopefully, and get my name out there in a really small town. So I started out with t-shirts, and that evolved into tumblers and coffee mugs and keychains and license plates and decals. And yep, very nice tumbler you have there, Rob.
Yep. And these awesome stickers, decals.
And those are the biggest pains in the butt you've had to deal with so far.
They definitely are. I actually recruited my husband all evening one night, helping me layer each color down because there's a lot of background work that goes into even a simpler, a tiny design as such. So it gets interesting and time consuming and all that much more worth it.
Well, that's why we can always count on you. You know, as the fashionista of Area 51, you know, you're able to hook
I
me
love
up with
that.
sweet swag like this. I got the Area 51 on the back of the Camaro. Obviously, Stacy is invested in you too. You know, with all the flags, stickers, cups, you name it. You know, it's nice to have somebody out there where they're like, "Oh, well, that looks cool," and I'm like, "Dee dee dee dee. Hey, Anna, you know, can you make this for me real quick?" Yeah,
Absolutely. I love those questions.
right.
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I think the biggest thing for Anna is she likes the positivity that she's able to give people. So she finds those creative ways to figure out what needs done to get that product to the satisfactory of the customer.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows just with the care and everything that comes in those packages, you know, and then even as simple as it looks like the envelope is made out to you, everything about the delivery from beginning to end is absolutely amazing. And I know I appreciate it. Bobby's ordered it. I know Rob's got some stuff from you. You know, we're just awfully grateful for everything that our connection has met up, and you're able to get them done. And you know, we couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah,
And
that definitely goes both ways too. I want to tell you guys, this has spiraled into a big wide web of NASCAR fans, genuine relationships that we've made along the way, like you're talking about. I'm definitely grateful for Bobby, for Dave, for Rob, for all of you, and everyone that follows the podcast because you keep me busy, and therefore you're helping me keep my lights on and my food on the table. And so it's definitely a win-win.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I know there's some of our guest or our viewers and followers that have ordered custom stuff. Jeremy Clements, I think some mugs and stuff. The tumblers, one of Jeremy's sponsors, High Speed Auto, Rick Randall ordered a bunch of stuff from you. I know some other people have ordered some stuff from you too. So we're just glad that to be able to partner with you and you partner with us, and I'm glad that everything has worked out to help each other. Like Dave was saying, everything is quality work that you do, and everything that you and Nick with these stickers knocked it out of the park. These things are awesome. I mean, I know how much work you guys spent, they sold like hotcakes. I mean, they sold out pretty quick, and
We're gonna
we
need
we
another
are
125 of them by this weekend, Anna.
Okay. All right. I'll pencil that in for you, Dave.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we greatly appreciate what you guys did for us to help us pretty much at a short notice to try to get those before we went to Pocono, because there's a lot of people that we were going to see that wanted them, that we were going to give them to them or have the purchase, I should say, when we saw them at the track then. So you spoke about some of the stuff you do with your company, t-shirts and that type of stuff, these cups, mugs, tumblers. Do you do all that stuff in-house, or do you like outsource some of this stuff, or how does that work?
I'm glad you asked, Rob. So I would say about 90% of everything that comes out of my home physically comes from me, with the exception of Dave's t-shirt's a good example. So you've got that beautiful car on the front. That's a specific type of print that's a full color print, and I'm not quite onto that adventure in my life yet. Because it does cost $10,000 for a cheap DTF printing machine.
Holy
But I
cow.
do have Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the cost of a car.
And that's the cheap one.
And that's a cheap one. So a lot of things I do here, and I have 5 different processes I can use. There's sublimation, which is ink dyed. There's vinyl, which is your solid color items. For example, I could do this orange here and this white and vinyl. But the high definition quality graphics, I do currently outsource those within time. This seems to be doing pretty well. I expect by next year to also be able to print those in-house. But outside of that, I do everything here in a probably 10 by 5 foot office space. And yeah,
Wow.
so do it all here. I started with a vinyl cutting machine and a $800 printer. So it's not just a normal printer. I don't just use normal ink, special ink.
So you started off just like any hobbyist, just with probably, I'm guessing, a Cricut, to
Absolutely. Actually,
trace
I'm a
everything.
Cameo girl, but yeah,
Okay.
It's the
But-
same thing. I just give people crap about that. I'm a Cameo brander, but
No,
yeah, started out as, let's see if I can make some supplemental income. And I didn't want to let it just die off. I didn't want to just stop learning. I didn't want to just stop making new items or figuring out what I can and cannot do. So Dave, like, you're definitely one of my top customers. Hey, Anna, can you make? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because I'm going to figure out, if I can't make it, how can we get this done for you custom? So I've definitely had some random things come through. I think, for example, this week I did some custom slippers. Nobody had ever asked me yet, can you do slippers? With my best friend's photos on it. And so that's a type of fabric. That's something I can totally do and put a nice quality image on it and customize. So random things that I learn, hey, I can do that too. Or maybe we can make something custom, or like the whole rear end of a tailgate versus a small window decal. That was a venture that we went down this last year. So you never know until you give it a shot. So I'm always willing to try.
Right. Probably one of the coolest things that, and I've got a lot of cool stuff from you, and I've personally ordered a lot of cool stuff from you, but that thing right there, that's the coolest thing that I think anybody has ever gotten for me. And I don't know how it's done, but if people can't see, it's a picture of my son and my past puppy dog Pixie, and Stacy got it for me from Anna on a wallet, and it was really, really, really cool. And she can do them in color too, right?
Yep, I figured there. I got one of my own, with all my kiddos on it.
Yeah.
So she can definitely, if it's got the ability to sublimate, she's able to get a hold of it.
Right.
That's awesome. So Bobby just texted me. He wants me to give him a call quick. So he wants to say hi to you guys. So we're gonna try this here and see if this works. But while I'm doing that, how do you do the process of putting the logo on a tumbler, Anna?
So the hardest part of the tumbler process itself is actually just building a design. So I've got one here. I had it ready just to show you. This is actually a design somebody else had made, but it starts out as a square image and then you build onto it. So we can put names, brands, we can blur out the background, we can put dates, photos of your cat, your dog. And then I print that in reverse to an exact sizing in my program on sublimation ink and sublimation paper. Then I very tightly wrap the, here I have a plain white one. A plain white one, it's got a special sublimation coating on it. And then I wrap it with that print that I printed reverse, so everything looks mirrored is what it's called. And then very tightly I'll tape it, and then I have a double tumbler press, and I can press 2 of these every 45 seconds. but there's a lot more that goes into that. So you have to rotate it. You have to make sure the ends are taped. I would say there's a good 10 hours of learning to any given product, even small things like keychains, because everybody's press is different. Everybody's paper is different. The ink is different. The materials are different. So I can't just go, well, I think I'm going to do keychains this week, for example, and just there's no cookie cutter for any of that. It is figure out what works best in my machine, and I'll kind of tweak it, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little hotter, and so on until I get a product that I'm really, really happy with. And then that's where I'll go and I'll make my note card of the temp, the time, the process, and make notes about it so that the next person who needs one, then I can make one just as high quality as that.
Yeah, they turn out awesome. So I love mine. I use mine every show. I know Dave has his. I know Bobby uses his. So, but speaking of Bobby, he's here on the phone with us. Bobby, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Can you
right.
guys hear him?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Hi, Anna. Hi, Nick. Hi, everybody. I wanted to say thank you guys for all the thoughts and prayers. It's definitely been a rough week. I'm just hoping that by next week I'm back on the show. They're gonna do a procedure tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't end in open heart surgery. But I'm hoping and praying that it's gonna go good, and he's gonna come off life support this week.
That's what we're all hoping for too.
Yeah, we've got a big old prayer train going on for you, Bobby.
I appreciate it. I felt bad that I wasn't there tonight, but I'm sitting here on the rocking chair looking out at the sky, and I'm just hoping that something's going to change because I can't keep taking bad news like this. So I just wanted to reach out and say thank you to everybody. I got to thank Jeremy. I got to thank all Jeremy's sponsors, Mark, Ryan, Ray, Michael, everybody. Yeah, I'm not even kidding when you guys say Jeremy Clements Racing is a family-oriented team. Those guys reached out to me and made me feel like family. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. It made me feel very, very lucky to have all those guys as friends and family members. I can't thank everybody enough.
Yeah, that's awesome, Bobby. I'm glad. Like we've talked before, you have a big support system and a lot of people that care about you and your family and stuff. So we're always here for you and your family, and we're all praying that everything goes well for your dad and he's able to recover and come home.
I got the nurse that's in the waiting or in Dad's room right now. She's got it on YouTube, and they got it up by his ear. So, Dad, I love you, and I hope you get out of this soon. So, with that being said, I'm going to head off here, and I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys.
Well, we appreciate it, Bobby. And again, we're all thinking about you and your family and praying for your dad and your family, that everything takes a turn that's positive and your dad gets better and is able to recover. So, all right.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yep. Take care.
You too.
Yep. Bye. So on that note, again, I'm glad Bobby was willing to call in. I know he had a really rough day today and he wasn't really feeling great and wasn't planning on coming on, but he's pretty strong person, and him and his family will definitely get through this. Like I said, he's got a big support group around him and that he can lean on, and a bunch of good friends and family. So again, we pray that everything goes well for him and his dad and his family tomorrow. So, but
Now,
on that note, we'll go back to something a little more positive. Anna, have you ever been to a race before?
I have not been to a NASCAR race, and I know you guys are gonna give me crap for that, but you wanted the truth, that's the truth, and hopefully soon that can change.
But we have been to a speedway race.
We've been to
So
a local speedway.
It's not
race,
like
yeah.
obviously you guys would know just as well as I do. It's not like a national level, but it's a more of a local little hot spot.
Yeah, and sometimes those are 10 times more fun than sitting at the NASCAR race. I've got one that's not even 10 miles away from me. And you talk about action-packed Friday nights. You know, that's it. You know,
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely. The kids loved it
Yeah,
for
they had,
sure.
it had all kinds of different pace cars on there, the old style buggy cars and everything out there when we were able to go.
it's,
Yeah, the small short tracks grassroots racing level is, some of the best racing around. It's the guys and gals that every week use their hard-earned money to put their cars together and go out there with their friends and compete for sometimes $200 or even less, more for fun. And that's the type of the racing that is fun to watch. I mean, it's obviously NASCAR is as well. Any racing is fun to watch for me, but like the grassroots level is really cool to see. You got your local heroes, and sometimes it may be your neighbor or a local business person or something like that. You never know. So, no, we weren't going to give you crap at all. We just wanted to see if you ever been to a race before, and if not, we were going to work on trying to make that happen for you guys, and somehow. And the other thing is, since you haven't been to a race, do you have do you watch NASCAR, or have you ever had like a favorite NASCAR driver or somebody related with racing?
I did. It used to be Casey Kane back in my high school days, number 9.
ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got those frosted tips.
Yes, Casey Kane, the number 9 Dodge.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rob remembers, huh?
Yes.
Oh boy. But Anna, when somebody besides myself wants to get a hold of you, what social media accounts and handles and stuff like that do you go under? Because obviously we do it after every show, but we really don't get into depth like the proper spelling and stuff like that. So how do people reach out for you for all the cool stuff we get?
Yeah, sure, Dave. So I am Notorious, even though Bobby went through a lot of trouble to create a Twitter for me, and I think an Instagram too. Facebook. Reach out to me on Facebook. You can either find me under Anna Banks or Anna Moore Designs LLC on Facebook. You can Facebook message me on either one of those. And then my phone number too, I put that on Facebook as well. You guys can call or text me any time of day. So anybody that wants to place an order is more than welcome to call or text just as much as Facebook. But I'm definitely on there daily. I think you guys see that. So
Yeah, we've seen
I
some
don't
cool stuff like the new tags coming out. That was on there the last 2 days, and
yeah.
we were talking about it as even a dog collar, because I was telling you that Diamond being a bigger dog, she almost wears a keychain for like her license. It just says Diamond, and then on the back of it, my name with the telephone number. I mean,
I could definitely do that. And then I had some of them right here, actually. I just worked on some of these. These are cute. They've got glitter on one side. They come in a ton of different colors. These are nice, customizable keychains. You can put your favorite quote, or in this one, we have a family photo that they wanted on one side of there. So you can put graphics, or you can put information or a name such as Lucy with your name and phone number on the back. So all different types, shapes, sizes, color, styles. So
and I'm definitely here to help support her in anything she wants to do. We have talked about like in the future doing like a laser etching on stuff and whatnot. So that might be in the near
Yeah,
this coming year.
laser engraving as well.
Or if you
So-
need anything stick welded, Nick's your guy.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's right. I saw that video. So
Yeah, it was kind of funny to be honest, because she comes in there and I didn't see her at first, and she's not wearing a welding hood, and so I had an extra one. I was like, "Put this on."
Oh no.
Obviously, you don't need to burn your eyes out.
yeah,
And then she goes, "Nick, you turn the lights off." I was like, "That's the hood. That's
Right.
what it's supposed to do."
Watch,
So
watch,
she
it
got
get,
the,
watch it get really bright, really quick. Tick, tick.
yeah, so she got a little glimpse of my side of the world. Unfortunately, I'm not home much because I usually back and forth throughout the week, stay about 2.5 hours away from here for a job site.
Gotcha.
so
Yeah.
Anna, is there anything else that you would like to share about your business before we go? I know you and Nick are pretty busy and stuff, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to be on the show tonight.
No, and thank you for having both of us. I'm sorry, everyone who's listening. I'm a little nervous. I'm not typically on the video end of things. You guys are quite comfortable, but I really am. I'm not used to that, but I can't thank you enough for the publicity. And then I guess one thing that I would want to share with the public listening to this, somebody who's never ordered before, don't hesitate to ask me. So I would say like 70% of sales are a question like Dave's talking about. Hey, Anna, could you make this? Worst thing comes to worst, and I have to tell you, it's not really my thing, but I can pass you on to somebody who does do that. So just keep me in mind if it's anything custom, hoodies, t-shirts, bags, hats, sweatpants, any type of fabric. And then, of course, the tumblers are really popular. And if you guys have questions, just feel free to reach out and give me a question, and I'll throw you an answer as soon as I can.
Actually, I think I just saw my boy leaving in the Goofy movie hoodie you made for him.
Yeah,
that
that was
was-
pretty cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I can't take all the credit. I mean, you guys had the ideas, and I just put it on the fabric, and I made it come to life. But I definitely appreciate when customers have fun things like that, some retros, 90s throwbacks that I can put out there and show everybody, hey, this is kind of what I do. So thank you for that, Dave. I'm glad he likes it.
Oh, not a problem at all. But you guys have yourselves a great night. We appreciate all the support you give to our fans and us, Area 51, racing. I think that it's really cool that stickers that you have made have now been on a NASCAR, Xfinity level car, and on Kylie's car out all the way out in California.
I still can't get over that thought sometimes. I really can't. So it's definitely fulfilling.
Along with Ashton Higgins'
Yeah,
Cars Tour
Ashton's-
car.
Yep.
So in North Carolina. So that's 3 race cars that your stickers have been on. So
Little high
So,
five background.
Right.
so we greatly
and
appreciate
the
the
stickers will go 200 miles an hour.
and yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay,
200
that's
mile
a
per
good
hour
stop.
proof, 200 mile per hour proof, and car wash jet spray proof too. Because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
right
very
after I got home from Ohio from the Pocono race, I had put my sticker on. I washed my truck, no issues at all. And I used the brushless car wash, and it had the jets shooting right on it, and no issues. So yeah,
Thank
these are
I get a lot of questions on what does it withstand. So now
Oh,
I do 200 miles an hour in the brushless car wash.
well, there you go. I mean, if you got anything more, I mean, I guess the next thing up would be maybe a tornado or a hurricane or something. But
I'm gonna
We
call
give
Jeff.
it a shot.
I'm gonna call Jeff Bezos right after and see if I can get one on the space shuttle.
space shuttle, yeah, there you go. So or Elon Musk on one of his rockets that
Oh,
he's whatever, the Eagle One or whatever it's called, but yeah, either way, you do high quality work, Anna. We greatly appreciate your support of our podcast, and we're honored to support you and your local small business, and the partnership has been awesome. Same with you, Nick. Thanks for helping out make these stickers and helping out Anna, and we greatly appreciate it. And at some point, we definitely are going to try to get you and Nick and the girls and the rest of your family or whoever out to the race so you can experience NASCAR race. So wherever that may be, who knows? But we'll try to make it happen. We'll try to make all our schedules align and make it work. So again,
I'm looking forward to it.
As are we. So thank you so much, Anna and Nick. You guys have a great evening, and we'll continue to place orders. I'm sure Dave's got like 5 more shirt designs waiting in his queue that he wants you to do. So
I'm okay with that, Dave. Keep them coming.
all right. Well, I saw that mug that you just had and went, wow, I can hear my ears ringing for a coffee mug. So
yeah, I did the exact same thing. I was like, okay.
Different Bulldogs one, right?
Yep, another Bulldogs one for my Bulldog girl.
Yeah, I did see that. That's right.
I will let folks know that she hasn't done them yet because she hasn't really had an order for it. But they do make Bluetooth speaker tumblers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
you could
those have the speaker on the base of them.
You're killing me.
I know, right? And I have glow in the dark, and I have neon lights, and you can just throw a whole party. Honestly, so
I'm financially never going to recover from this.
His sheet metal addiction is going to turn into an Anna Moore addiction. He's going to have he's going to have the world's largest tumbler collection.
I think Bobby had a good start to that.
Yeah,
I agree. Bobby is actually the one that put us in connection with you, and so it started out with these tumblers, and I was like, damn, these things are really nice. High quality. They, you can wash them. They don't fade or chip or anything. It's like,
no, absolutely
well worth it. So the money. So I'm like, all right, and we actually sent Jeremy Clements and his wife Courtney one of these this champion mug from when they won the Wawa 250. Jeremy did. So him and Courtney actually have one. Apparently, Jeremy said that his wife uses it to drink coffee. So,
using hot or cold.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're like I said, we're so happy to have partnered up with you, and you partnered with us, and we appreciate it. Thank you for your time tonight, Nick and Anna, and you guys have a great evening.
Thank you guys. You too.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I gotta figure it out first.
All right. Wow, that was good conversation with Anna and her husband Nick. Yeah. Good people. Love to support small business.
If to me, it felt like one of those people that I've talked to for absolutely ever, and that's the first time I've actually ever talked to her. I've never
other than placing an order.
Yeah, besides placing an order and shooting the shit back and forth, on Messenger about just different stuff that goes through my head, just really, 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 really great people. So
I got to meet Nick and Anna in person the day I went to Bobby's when we went to Pocono. That Thursday before we left, I stayed at Bobby and Adrian's house, and Anna dropped off these stickers to us, and I got to meet her and her 2 girls, and very nice people. So glad to support them, and So, and that shirt looks awesome, Dave. It's the actual
Yeah.
Pocono car, speaking of it,
Yeah.
and then it's got that on the back. So,
Yep, got the JCR on the back. But
Yep.
Rolling from that, let's roll into the tire catastrophe that was Darlington.
Darlington, the Xfinity race tire gate, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, so segment 1 and 2 was combined. It was Nick and Anna Banks, owner of Anna Moore Designs. It was brought to you by Alliance Driveway Solutions and Spartan Waste. So segment 3 is the Xfinity Series race recap for Jeremy Clements Racing from Darlington, brought to you by Action RV. This race actually was the 383rd consecutive race for Jeremy Clements in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. By starting the Darlington race, he took the 2nd overall spot from Jason Keller, who had 382 consecutive starts in the Xfinity Series. Jeremy now is in 2nd place, and he is now behind Kenny Wallace, and is projected to break Kenny Wallace's record in 2 years if he continues to make consecutive starts in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Apparently, depending on the schedule, supposedly around when Darlington races at this time this year, if it stays where it is in 2 years, it'd be at Darlington. This practice, Jeremy's car was really tight, center off. They came in and made adjustments 2 times, and it got worse. I did qualifying, and it was still tight center off, no matter what they could do. Felt like it was rolling, like it was on the right front tire. Jeremy ended up qualifying P25 for the race due to Matt DiBenedetto and Jesse Love's cars doing an unapproved adjustment. They were ahead of Jeremy in the lineup, so he moved up 2 spots. So he started P23. And this week there was a personnel change to the elevated performance pit crew leased to Jeremy Clements Racing. During the first pit stop that was under caution, Mark Setzer, Jeremy's crew chief, was very frustrated as he was trying to convey to the pit crew what adjustments to make. And I don't know if there was a miscommunication or what it was, but he had to repeat multiple times what he wanted done for adjustments to the car. And that whole stage, the car, no matter what adjustment Mark made, it made it worse. Either going backwards or forwards, it didn't matter. It just made the car worse. And ultimately, the whole first stage, like I said, the car continued to be really tight, center off on the front right tire. On lap 29, Jeremy was P36 and was actually lapped by the leader going a lap down. Literally on the next lap, there was a caution. So he got lucky, took the wave around, and then he came in to the pits, and they pitted as there was something wrong with the right front tire. The elevated performance pit crew leased to Jeremy Clements Racing changed the tires, checked for damage on the car, and then they put 4 tires on, fueled the car, and Jeremy went back out on the track. Mark advised that what Jeremy felt was the tire actually, the cording in the tire actually was coming unwound and was smacking the inside of the front right wheel well. It didn't cause any damage to where they had to repair anything that I heard over the scanner. But they were on the DVP clock as a result. They went back out. Jeremy made time, the minimum time, so he got off the DVP clock. But then he continued to have the tightness issues and tire issues, and a bunch of other teams were having issues with tires and that causing them to wreck in that first stage. For some reason, the tires that were run at the race at Darlington that Goodyear brought, for some reason, were wearing extremely fast. and they're recording. So Jeremy ended stage one, P32 on the lead lap. Stage two, trend continued again, tight center off, and it continued to get trending worse. And no matter what the adjustments again Mark made the car, it got worse. And it finally got to the point where Jeremy radioed in and said, I have a right front tire issue again. And he had to pit under green, and Jeremy went 2 laps down and was at P32 at one point. That is where is where he ended the stage, is 2 laps down, P32. Jeremy was extremely frustrated. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but he was extremely frustrated and mad about the whole situation with his car and the tires. And he ended up restarting stage 3, P32, 2 laps down. Again, unfortunately, the same thing, same trend, tight center off, and issues with the right front tire. Jeremy continued making his frustration known with the car handling and the tires. At one point, Jeremy said, I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this race. We are running out of tires. Mark Setzer had Jeremy pit under caution before the pits were open. During one part of the stage, they lifted up the hood of the car and actually removed a 1/4-inch shim from the right front suspension to try to help with the camber caster and toe angles to help try to preserve the right front tire from wearing so fast. And then on that stop, Jeremy ended up going 3 more laps down. So he's a total of 5 laps down at that point. And he restarted P34. When he was back on the track, Mark actually advised Jeremy that it wasn't just the right front tire now that was wearing cording, it was all 4 tires, and that other teams were having the same problem. Lap 128, Jeremy radioed again, advising he had to come in as he had a tire issue again. He pitted under green and went down 2 laps. And oh, I'm sorry, I already said that. My bad. And that's when he went down 5 laps. On lap 143, there was a caution. Jeremy took the wave around, got a lap back to go 4 laps down. He was at P31 at that time. There was only one other car that was on 4 laps, the 4 laps down. And as a result of that caution, the race ended as an overtime green-white checker. Jeremy finished P31, 4 laps down. Unfortunately, he never got a chance to truly run the car because he couldn't get the car to turn. And when he tried to do anything in the center off, there was so much roll, I'm assuming, on that right front tire, or there was too much like downforce on that right front tire that it was just getting tore up by the asphalt at Darlington, which is wore out. So, and again, Jeremy's team wasn't the only one to have that problem. It was all the teams were having tire issues. But the end of the race was actually pretty exciting. The green-white checker, Cole Custer, the double zero car for Stewart Haas Racing, and the number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing car of Christopher Bell, who was a Cup driver, was racing in the Xfinity race. They were racing for the lead and bumped each other, pushed both each other down onto the apron of the tracks. They both saved it and ended up, Christopher Bell ended up winning the race. It was a pretty exciting finish to the race. But the frustration level and the bad luck apparently continues for Jeremy Clements Racing, unfortunately, this year. Hopefully, this weekend, all things good luck-wise change. Dave, you're going to be at the race.
I will be at the race. I will be in the Earnhardt section because raise hell, praise Dale.
Praise hell, praise Dale. Yep. So Jeremy does race at Atlanta Motor Speedway this Saturday in the Xfinity Series. This weekend is a special weekend. Flying Form Racing and Ray Stevens are sponsoring Jeremy's car. This is the Mark Martin 1992-93 throwback livery. That's JR51 chassis. The iconic Mark Martin red, white, and blue. I don't know if you can see it or not. The second one down there, Valvoline car. I'm just pumped. I'm a huge Mark Martin fan, and I can't wait to see that car on track. And I hope they have a great run. I know Jeremy's, if I remember right, his best finish. Yes, that car.
Yeah,
I think
got that car right there.
Yeah,
Man, that's gonna look gorgeous going around Daytona. Shoo.
You mean Atlanta?
Atlanta, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Jeremy's best finish this year was P6, and I think it was at the Atlanta race, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong though, but I believe it was P6.
Yep,
So
that's when everybody ran out of gas in front of them, and it was just a game of Dodge car.
So I'm hoping that happens. That he has a great finish this week. I mean, just a solid finish in the top 15 would be a huge win at this point for this year. The other news that came out of left field, I think it was today or yesterday, Brandon Jones, the number 9 car, who races for Junior Motorsports, is leaving Junior Motorsports to race for Joe Gibbs Racing next year. I did not see that coming.
No, I did not either.
That was a shock. And you know, that's two racers that have left Junior Motorsports this year. Sam Mayer, the other one, going to Haas, the Haas racing team or Haas team or whatever they're calling their Xfinity team that they're racing. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's going to fill Brandon Jones's spot in the 9 car. I know was it Connor Zilich's, I think it was announced in the 88 car for Junior Motorsports. So I'm assuming that's who's going to take Sam Mayer's spot. Unless they're adding another Xfinity car, which I don't know if they have charters in Xfinity or not. I don't know how that whole thing works.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah. So, but either way, I just thought that was interesting news today. So, but that's the race report for Jeremy. Fortunately, not too positive, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So, gotta look forward to this week. Segment 4, Kylie Glick Racing race recap, brought to you by Nordic Logistics. Kylie was off this past week. Her next race is this Saturday, September 7th, at All American Speedway in Rossville, California. She will be racing her junior late model and pro late models. Kylie currently is the points leader in the junior late model division. Her last race out in the junior late model division, she won the race, getting her first career win in that division. So she is looking to extend her points lead and having a good night at the track. So we wish Kylie and her team good luck this weekend. Hopefully we get a text or message from Kylie and her mom saying, hey, we won again. And we'll talk about it next week on the podcast when we have her on. Also, big announcement. Kylie announced this morning that she was named as one of the 25 Hoosier Heroes finalists. Kylie made the final 25 out of over 2,000 drivers nationwide that applied. That is amazing. I mean, that is one hell of an honor for a young driver who is just starting out racing career and be recognized by a nostalgic company in Hoosier Racing as a Hoosier hero. So what we're going to ask you to do is, if you would, go to HoosierTires.com and go to the Hoosier Hero section and where it says vote, click on vote. And then you got to enter some information and you go down, and we would ask that you vote for Kylie Glick. Let's get Kylie into the final 12, and then we'll go from there. But she's definitely deserving. She's a very talented young driver, and we are so happy that she was recognized for this award. So let's Area 51 Racing Podcast Nation, let's go and help Kylie get voted on to the next round. So again, congratulations, Kylie, and to your team on this nomination. It's well deserved. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Our next show will be Tuesday, September 10th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Remember, you can always watch our podcast live on our YouTube channel or listen to it at any time on the Podbean app. Just download the Podbean app. It's free. You can listen to our podcast anywhere, anytime on your tablet, iPhone, Android phone, your laptop, whatever. If you like our podcast, please share it with your friends and family. And also please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our other social media platforms on Facebook, X, Instagram. And our pages are at Area 51 Racing Podcast. Remember, if you've not done so yet, please go check out stickygears.com and purchase one of our Area 51 Racing Podcast t-shirts. They're $15 a piece. A portion of that money goes directly back to Jeremy Clements Racing to keep Jeremy car on the racetrack. Also, please check out Anna Moore Designs LLC for more Area 51 Racing Podcast merchandise. Like we had talked with Anna, the tumblers, flags, t-shirts, you name it, Anna can do it. Just send her a message, like she said, on her Facebook page. Ask her if she can make you something, and the worst she can say is no. So she makes high quality things. They're affordable. Get great value for the price, and you're supporting a small business at the same time. So remember also that we have some of these big stickers still left. They're $8 a piece, and then there's some of the smaller stickers. I believe Bobby has them. I think they're $4 a piece, if I remember right, $3 or $4, something like that. The other thing is Golly Beard Products is a partner of Area 51 Racing Podcast. Their products are the official beard products of the Area 51 Racing Podcast crew. So go to gollybeard.com to place an order. At checkout, enter the discount code Area 51, and you'll get 15% off your order and free shipping. Remember, guys, make them say it.
Golly. And if you want a thick, luxurious beard like Rob's here, just put some Golly on there, make it look like Santa Claus in no time.
Exactly. It's like I was joking with some of my friends. I've never had a beard ever in my life because I was a law enforcement officer. I had to shave every day for 21 years. And before the Pocono race, I said, hell with it. I'll grow some facial hair. And then I'm like, oh, I sort of like this. And now I saw some friends that are fair this last weekend that I used to work with, and they're like, what are you getting ready to be Santa for Christmas? So I was like, well, you never know. But either way, yeah, Golly Beard products are definitely good products, and go check them out. The other thing, check out the Racing Warehouse website for several new Jeremy Clements hats, and also sheet metal of your favorite driver, die casts. They have on their Facebook page, if you follow them on social media on their page, they'll have random auctions during the day. Sometimes they'll have sales that they'll announce on their social media page on Facebook. They're your go-to place to go. As you can see in the background behind Dave, he's the other the Racing Warehouse location, the substation as we call it.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, if you got a sheet metal racing memorabilia addiction, the Racing Warehouse is the place to go. Along with, they have Armadillo apparel. They do embroidering for hats and shirts. But they did the backpack, my backpack that I have. I'm sure they did that Alliance Driveway throwback racing team hat that for Tate and his team from the Robert Presley, the first Darlington race throwback weekend. They do great work. So go check them out as well. And then I'd like to thank our partners. Without them and our listeners and viewers, there's no way we could do this podcast at all. It just wouldn't work. It'd just be me, you, and Bobby talking to each other over Zoom every week.
Right.
I mean,
It's not like it doesn't happen on a daily basis,
well,
but
I mean
yeah.
that is true. I mean, we
we
wouldn't
just get
have.
to do it on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, Dave wouldn't have viewers in Africa.
Right.
Was it? I think it was Zimbabwe or something. Libya.
Uruguay.
We got some in Libya.
Yep.
What's
Got
that?
a Uruguay.
Uruguay. Yeah, I mean, Dave's got viewers. He's bringing in from all over overseas. I mean, you must have some big fan club over there or something. I mean,
All 7 continents.
all
So
seven. I mean, it's.
I don't even know if there's 7 continents.
Well, I don't even know either, to be honest with you. I'm too old to remember that stuff. I'm lucky I remember what room I'm going into and what I'm going in there for. So,
Right.
and some days I forget. So, but on that note, well, I want to thank our sponsors, our partners of this podcast: Spartan Waste, 98.3 FM, Fox Sports Spartanburg, Impel Union, Alliance Driveway Solutions, First Pacific Funding, Elite Towing and Recovery, Whitetail Smokeless, Fly Inform Concrete Structures, Runner's Roost, Matman Designs, Action RV, Booze Pops, Nordic Logistics, Winds Etc., Anna More Designs, Gale, Sherfitt Companies, High Speed Auto, Kylie Glick Racing, and of course, Jeremy Clements and Jeremy Clements Racing. None of this would be possible, like I said, and Davis said, and Bobby has in the past too, without everybody's support and help to make this possible. So as long as everybody is willing to listen to the three of us talk about racing and stuff, we're willing to keep doing it. So on that note, Dave, do you have anything to share? I don't know. I forgot to ask if there was any story time with Dave this week. So
no story time with Dave this week. It's just been a real emotional week with Bobby, and obviously we send our thoughts and prayers, and I know our viewers do too. We're all pretty nice, close knit, family here, which is everything Jeremy's about. So let's continue to keep morale up. Good things will come around. Whether you like it or not, it tends to be the case, and there's really nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, I agree. So on that note,
keep your chin up.
Yep. Stay strong, rely on your support group. You got a big support group around you, and that's all you can do. So on that note, we'll wrap this episode up. Episode 36. That is just mind-blowing. 36 episodes. I think we say it every week when we add another show. It's awesome.
And then next week, obviously, I'll have some story time with Dave will be from my trip over in Atlanta. So if you see me around, I'm truly sitting in the Earnhardt Chevrolet section, coming off turn 4. So if you do see me, give me a wave, say hi. I'll be as pleasant as I possibly can. And then
if and when Jeremy wins, we'll be seeing you like
over the fence.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say over the fence, running down
and
the
that
straightaway.
Man just broke both of his legs. Look at him crawl.
I was gonna go with the Ricky Bobby. I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
So, but on that note, Episode 36 of the Area 51 Racing Podcast is coming to a close. We appreciate everybody listening and tuning in. Thank you all for the support. Continued prayers for Bobby's family and his dad. And we'll see you next week. Take care,
All right,
everybody.
Everybody, take care.
Peace.